Hello listeners, I am Tushar Bharambe, Assistant Vice President at ICRA Limited. Through this podcast, I will be sharing our views on the warehousing sector. ICRA estimates the industrial and warehouse logistic park supply to grow by 13 to 14% in FY25 to around 424 million square feet in the 8 primary markets of Mumbai, NCR, Pune, Chennai, Bengaluru, Kolkata, Hyderabad and Ahmedabad. The absorption is estimated to increase to 47 million square feet in FY25 from 37 million square feet in FY24, supported by strong consumption-led demand. The vacancy in the 8 primary markets stood at 10% in FY24 and is likely to remain at a similar level in FY25. Conferring the infrastructure status to the logistics and warehousing sector, the rapid expansion of new age sectors like e-commerce and allied services, the growing needs of the massive consumption market, and the government's focus on making India a manufacturing hub has resulted in a steep uptick in warehousing demand. Over the last 5 years, the grade A warehouse stock in the 8 primary markets has grown at a healthy CAGR of 21% to 183 million square feet in FY24 and is estimated to increase further by 19 to 20% in FY25. For the incremental grade A supply addition of 35 million square feet in FY25, the absorption is likely to be around 29 million square feet. Consequently, the share of grade A stock in the total warehousing supply is expected to expand to 51% as of March 2025 from 49% as of the previous fiscal end. Around 50 to 55% of the current grade A stock in India is backed by the global operators and investors such as CPPIB, GLP, Blackstone, ESR, Alliance, GIC and the CDC Group. The long-term growth prospects for the grade A warehouses are supported by the growing preference of the tenants for modern, efficient and ESG-compliant warehouses. The sector continues to witness a sustained demand from the third-party logistics and manufacturing sectors, which together accounted for 65% of the total leased area in ICRA's sample set as of March 2024, while the share of e-commerce stood at 15%. Among the 8 primary markets, around 42% of the warehousing stock as of March 2024 was contributed by the two largest cities, Mumbai and Delhi NCR, while the overall occupancy remained healthy at around 90%. Notwithstanding the favorable growth prospects, the steep increase in land prices poses a challenge for the players. The rentals across the key markets remain competitive, a result of the presence of many domestic and global players and the emergence of new micro markets, and thus land cost remains a critical factor in deciding the profitability of a warehousing project. With significant increase in land prices in Tier 1 cities in recent years, Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are emerging as more cost-effective destinations for new grade A warehousing developments. Lastly, coming to ICRA's outlook on warehousing sector for FY25. ICRA expects the credit profile of the operators to remain stable, driven by healthy occupancy levels, expected rental escalations leading to increased rental income, and comfortable leverage metrics. For ICRA's sample set, the occupancy levels are estimated to remain high at 93 to 95% in FY25. The rental income and net operating income are expected to expand by 30 to 32% each in FY25, supported by the commencement of rentals from newly added capacities and realization of scheduled escalations for existing capacities. ICRA projects the gross debt to increase by 11 to 13% in FY25 due to debt availed for the under construction capacities. However, the leverage measured by debt to net operating income ratio is likely to be comfortable in the range of 5.3 to 5.5 times as of March 2025, improving from 6.3 times as of March 2024 on the back of healthy growth in net operating income. The coverage indicators measured by DSCR for ICRA's sample is forecast to remain at 1.5 to 1.6 times in FY24, increasing from 1.4 times in FY24. With this, we come to the end of this podcast. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for the upcoming podcast.